Welcome to another exciting episode of Musa and Show. Here is what we have today.
Sanibona, kule video yamanje sizokhuluma-ke nge-update mayelana nendaba le-IPID nokunye nje okwenzeka emaphoyiseni. Kanti uLieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi ukhalile ngento eyenzeka kwi-laboratory yabo le eDurban. Siyazi-ke ukuthi uma ngabe kune-crime scene amaphoyisa seqoqelwe ngento noma ngathiwa athola isibhamu esingekho emthethweni, kuyaye kufuna sithathe leso sibhamu leso kufika be-ballistic, kufike yonke le mikhakha le esebenza ngendaba ze-lab, lezi zinto zihambe ziye-lab, kulindwe-ke ama-results azobuya esho ukuthi isibhamu sinamanye ama-case kwenzakalani ngaso. Kodwa uma kudileya leyo nto usho ukuthi ama-case ayabambeleleka. Sizomdedela ku-Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi ayikhulume leyo ndaba leyo. Kanti ngaphambi basingene kuleyo ndaba, kwivideo engiyenzile la ebengikhuluma khona ngoPrince Mashele ekhuluma ngoPeni Papa Penny, kwenzeka iphutha laphaya ivideo la bengimcaphuna khona yagcina ingazwakalanga. So ngizoqala ngifake leyo phathi leyo ngenzela abantu abangayazi bayizwe bese singena ke odabeni kaLieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi kanye namaphoyisa.
You see, there's a guy called Penny in Parliament. The guy has not been to school, but he happens to be Shangaan, by the way, so he's from my group. The guy has never seen a classroom in his life. He is a member of Parliament making laws for me. I have a master's degree. How could an idiot? I mean, let's be honest. I'm not aware of any country in the world that has turned itself from a backward country into a first world that is led by someone who has not been to school. How do you have someone in Parliament who has not been to school? It doesn't matter black and white. There must be no one who has not been to school in our Parliament. This can be done. Kenya, by the way, an African country, has a law. Go check it out. You cannot be a mayor of a town. You cannot be a member of Parliament. You cannot be a president of Kenya without a university degree. There has to be a baseline. There has to be a baseline.
Asazi noma uPrince Mashele bekazama ukujabulisa abelungu na. Mina ngali mhlawumbe kube yena ukhuluma nje wa generalize ukuthi akufanelanga kube khona umuntu ozoba imember yeParliament ebengafundile, kodwa ukuthi ambize nge-idiot, hayi umbize ngesilima ngesiphukuphuku, nayo-ke mina into engiyala futhi ukhombisa ukungamhloniphi. uGayton Mackenzie yena ubhale kanje uthi mina ngisebenzisana naye uPeni. Uthi futhi sengike ngambuka nama-issues lawa kawaraizayo, uraiza ama-issue lawa affect abantu kakhulu abasey'ndaweni zasemakhaya enzeke ey'mpilweni zabo nsuku zonke, day and night. Uthi uyikho konke kodwa akasona isiphukuphuku, kusho uGayton Mackenzie osenzana ngoba baku-portfolio committee eyodwa. Athi ngikucaphunela ukuthi uthini uDino Macpherson we-DA umlungu, kodwa ngeke umuze uPrince Mashele ekhuluma kanje ngaloya mlungu ngoba uyingcelebane yabelungu.
Your sense of what needs to happen. I mean, it was the DA's chief whip, I think George, what's his last name?
Michaelakis,
saying Sihle must get over, Sihle Zikalala must get over it. You know, at the time he said it's been 6 months already. Yes, it sucks to lose your job to somebody else and somebody with lesser qualifications, I suppose. But like, get over it. But even that suggested that those tensions remain a big part of what goes sour, what goes wrong in trying to have a cohesive ministry functioning.
it's difficult, Siri, and in some respect, I have sympathy for him because, I mean, I understand that he's a senior member of the ANC. He used to be the premier of a province. He was unceremoniously removed from that by Duma. The reality are there are other ministers that don't have degrees, or having a qualification is not a proxy for success. If that was the case, then South Africa would be at a very different place, but it's not. And so my approach has been right at the very beginning to say I understand it's difficult. I will do everything that I can to make it easier, and I genuinely have and continue to try to. But I'm also not going to be held accountable and responsible for the actions of other people, what they determine or what they want to say in public. I'm not his boss. It doesn't work like that in government. A minister is not a deputy minister's boss. I cannot tell him what to do or what to say or what not to say.
Lo bekhuluma la uDino Macpherson oyi-member of Parliament, uyi-minister ye-public works. i-deputy yakhe uSihle Zikalala. Sihle Zikalala une-masters ngokufunda, une-experience, akanayo ngisho i-degree, kodwa ngeke umuzwe uPrince Mashele ekhuluma noma yini ayithandayo la ekhulume ngopapa Peni. Angifisi ukuthi i-video yami igxile kakhulu lapho, kodwa bengithi angizifake lezi zinto. Izwa nje uthi lo mlungu asikho isidingo sokuthi ube ne-degree for ukuthi ube uminister, kusho lo mlungu. Kodwa kuqhamuka umuntu wakithi omnyama abukele phansi omunye umuntu wakithi omnyama. Asikene kodabeni lika Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Ivideo yokuqala soyifaka ile ye-IPID, bese siza ngale yama challenges ababhekana nabo endabeni ze-lab. Ngicela uzwe la.
I want to respond to that. Yeah, well, I shouldn't talk much about our sister department. Whatever they said in the media, I guess perhaps they report to the Minister of Police, and the Minister of Police perhaps is the person that could be approved for such comment, or the director herself. I have not been to comment about that. However, as a police officer myself, it's only painful if you work so hard and you risk your life in protecting the citizens. But at the same time, there's someone that is hovering over you and trying to find the mistake that you did. People are going to make mistakes. On everything that they do, and they need to be penalized for making a mistake. But if someone is going to deliberately go and look for a mistake on you, it then demoralizes you.
Uthi ubaba Mkhwanazi la akeze ukukhuluma kakhulu nge-IPID, noma besithathile naso isinqumo sabo angeke akhulume kakhulu, kodwa kubhlungu ukuthi nsuku zonke urisk impilo yakho, uzama ukwenza ukuthi impilo zabantu bomphakathi zihambe kahle, bese kuba khona umuntu nje ozozipha yena umsebenzi ukuthi yena nje abheka amaphutha, ukuthi akho phutha nje lenzayo khona ezokubamba ngalo. Uthi njengoba singabantu sonke siyawenza amaphutha, kodwa uma kuzoba nje lento iyademoralize, kusho ukuthi iqeda nomdlandla ukuthi uzothi usebenza kube kukhona umuntu ogade nje ukuthi ungabi naphutha nje ozolenza ngoba efuna ukukubamba ngalo. Asidluleke la, bengithi nje angilethe le update ngoba kwagcina kuthiwe yena uzokhipha istay, funeka aziphendulele within 7 days. Manje sesizongena ke endabeni abathi babhekene nalo okuyi-challenge abanayo njengoba bedila namacala le KZN. Asimcaphuni.
Well, extremely. I'm sure everyone it's a known secret that the KZN has got the biggest number of gun violence and recover of firearms. So all those firearms that we are recovering as a result of the criminality that are happening out there needs to be subjected to ballistic testing. And if the forensic is not able to cope with that volume, it delays our cases, which frustrate the courts. And also, it's known that KZN has got a biggest challenge with regard to the gender-based violence, where rape and amongst other cases are involved. The exhibits that are collected, the DNA kits that are collected that have been brought into the lab, the delay in terms of finalizing those tests and those delays, it frustrates the finalization of cases in court, which in turn also frustrates the victims of crime. So if we are getting assisted, unfortunately it's not within our control. It's a national domain, this forensic. So when the portfolio comes here to come and help us to speed up the process of getting a better lab and improve the performance of the SAPS and KZN, we can only have the happy clients out there.
Njengoba umuza kubaba Mkhwanazi echaza ukuthi KZN iyalida kulamacala asuke ethinta izibhamu futhi ihamba phambili nakumacala lawa okuhlukumeza ngobulili okuthiwa i-gender based violence iyalida. Manje ke inye into abebenenkinga nayo ukuthi noma kuthiwa umuntu udlwenguliwe funeka kuthathe leyo DNA uzihambe lento ziyelapha, kodwa manje lokudelay ukuthi abuye lawo ma results ne-ballistic phela ikwazi ukusebenza, bekwazi ukuthi imacala khona yenkantolo iyadelay, kodwa uyajabula ngoba manje kukhona be-portfolio committee mhlawumbe ngokufika kwayo izokwazi ukuthi ilekelele. Uchairperson ke we-portfolio committee uphawulile naye ezwakalisa ukunganami ngesimo lesi esenzeka lapha kulele lab yase KZN. Ngiyafisa ukumcaphuna ebese ke sidlulela phambili, ebese sivala ivideo. Mina ngenza iphutha manje sidlulela phambili. Ngiyacela ucomment, ngizwe ukuphawula kwakho, ushare, ulike, usubscribe ku-channel. Ngiyabonga kakhulu kwaba subscribe, uyakhula lo mndeni. Ngicela ukukucaphunela ku-chairman chairperson we-portfolio committee.
I need to be very frank. I saw an extremely dysfunctional building. You know, this building costs the South African Police Service 500,000 rand per month, but there are at least 2 floors that are completely non-functional. In fact, closed offices, old chemistry labs that have been closed down for years, but we are still paying 500,000 rand a month. That being said, there are really dedicated people that want to work here, that show up for work, but they've had to be transferred because of the yearly flooding. They've had more than 10 floods here in a space of less than 15 years. And despite that, the new property that was identified in Pinetown is still not functional. And hear this, the new property was identified and granted in 2004 already, almost 25 years later. And this is what we have.
What's the holdup?
Uchairperson la we-portfolio committee yamaphoyisa eParliament uzwakalisa ukungenami nokudumala ukuthi le building le ikhosta iSouth African Police Service 500,000 ngenyanga imali abayibhadala for irent. Mara kunama 2 floors ama-office angasebenzi. Lokho and uthi kunabantu la bazinikele nabazimisela ukusebenza kodwa ayikho into abazoyenza ngoba i-office leli alikho functional. Ezinye zezinto lezi ezenza ukuthi ke amacala angaresolveki. So ukufika kwe-portfolio committee kuyinto enkulu ngoba kuzovela. Uthi kunalinye office abalithola ePinetown ngo-2004. Hayi miningi leminyaka 2004. Shuthi la kudliwa imali kahle. Kunabantu abayichaphazelayo nje abadla imali. Lento kwawena nje uyilalela uyayibona ukuthi hayi ayinalo iqiniso. Imagine ke kunabantu abashweza ihlobo zabo, kunabantu abalinda ukuthi kuzofika kuthathwe ama-samples e-forensic, kubuya ama-results bathole ubulungiswa. Kodwa bazobuthola kanjani uma i-office lingekho functional kanje, linama-office angasebenzi? Yini ezokwenzeka? Asiphinde siqhubeke naye.
It's difficult to say exactly what it is. The police, specifically the divisional commissioner of supply chain and the head of forensics, point a lot in the direction of public works. But public works says that the police owe them money again. And it's this vice versa process. To me, in terms of the forensic service, that's irrelevant. It's impossible that for 21 years, between 21 and 25 years, the police have just been asking public works. Somewhere, there must have been some kind of dispute resolution. And that's the reason why we have now, as a committee, requested the Auditor General to audit forensics in SAPS, because there are also service contracts that haven't been renewed for between 2 to 5 years. There are tools of trade that are of significant importance for proper forensic investigation that aren't being supplied. Tenders that haven't been renewed since 2020. This lab was visited in 2023 by the previous portfolio committee. And if I read that report and I look at what we've seen today, it's worse now than it was then. And still, we just hear about potential plans in the future. It's almost as though they speak of public money like monopoly money.
Ay, mayibala ukuthi kuneminyaka about 25 lento lingekho functional. Kufuneka manje Auditor General ibheke ukuthi kwenzakalani. Uthi futhi yona le ndawo yavakashelwa i-portfolio committee, a previous portfolio committee eyandulela bona ngo-2023. Yafike uthi mayifunda i-report uthola ukuthi manje isimo siwes kunakuqala. Kona mawuthi uyalalela izinkulumo inkombankombana amaphoyisa akhombe public works ikhomba amaphoyisa uzuthi ingakho funeka manje kuseshwe ngoba kunamathenda angazange avuselele kusuka ngo-2020. Uyazibuza ukuthi uma ngabe amathenda engavuselelanga kusuka ngo-2020 obani abasebenza manje? So izinto lezi efuneka zibhekwe. Uthi nje manje lento uyayibona ukuthi inemonopoly la phakathi, kunabantu abadlayo ngaso sikhathi kunamacala efuneka resolve. Ngiyayincoma kakhulu into enziwe i-portfolio committee ukuthi bangahlali kuphela eParliament bakhuluma kodwa baphume bayihambele indawo ukuze ezokwazi ukuthi lamacala axazululeke. Yiyo lento yenza ukuthi icala lidonse 10 years 15 years icala lingaresolveki. Umndeni lo uzuxola ukhohle baze bashona abantu lingaresolvekanga. Yinkinga ecishe ifane nalezi. Uma ngabe kuzoba nebuilding ekhokhelwa 500,000 ngenyanga kodwa i-dysfunctional, kusiza ngani? Yilokhu-ke bengithi angikulethe, ngiyacula ukuze ukuphawula kwakho la ukuthi wena ubona kanjani. Nokusebenza kwe-portfolio committee asikuncome, kubenza into ebaluleke kakhulu nenhle kakhulu ukuthi baphume. Futhi-ke wonke ama-portfolio committee ngokuhlukana kwawo ayaphuma aye kubantu, aye lapha ey'ndaweni afike abone ukuze uma beye ephalamende befike bediscuss izinto, badiscuss into abayibonile. Nomkhwanazi uthe uyajabula ngoba ukufika kwabo usho ukuthi manje khona izinto esezizosebenza ngoba phela yibo abanamandla futhi ukushintsha umthetho, ukwazi ukuthi kube ney'nguquko ey'khona. Engathi laba abaphethe ley'ndawo lezi bangakhumbula ukuthi ley'ndawo lezi, lama-institution alethelwe ukuthi asize abantu, enze iy'mpilo zabantu zibe ngcono. Ngiyabonga kakhulu, mina nawe asidibane kwividiyo elandelayo.